Make yourself at home, I would.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means who moved them chairs?
I did.
Like I say then, make yourself at home, won't you?
What do you expect me to do about the chairs?
I expected you to leave them where they were for a start. You can see that they've been laid out there specifically for a specific purpose. I've got a wedding party booked in here tonight, you know.
I can't help that. We're booked in here this afternoon. First come, first served.
You're not in here until I say so. Officially, you're not in this hall until I open that door and you take possession of them keys.
That door was open.
That's got nothing to do with it. And you've no right to move them chairs. Officially, you're not in here until I hand them keys over to you.
Right. If I'm not officially in here, then I didn't officially move them chairs.
You're in now. You're in charge. Everything's down to you from now on.
You're the caretaker.
Not on a Saturday afternoon. I'm a free agent. Anything that's missing now is your responsibility. Any breakages, any damages, any vandalism, the comebacks are all yours.
I'm in full control.
Absolutely.
Put that fag out then.
Come again?
Fag's out for a start, you heard.
There's never been no smoking in here to my certain knowledge.
There is today. This is a football dressing room. I make a carte blanche rule to allow nobody, none of my players, and that includes anybody else, to smoke in the dressing room before a game. Afterwards, yes. Before, no. Put it out, put it out.
Another Saturday shambles. What a dump, eh?
Hey, less of the dump, if you don't mind.
Time we kicking off?
2:30.
You sure? Said 3 o'clock in the Weekly Advertiser.
Never mind the advertiser. We get our notification from the league. Kick off 2:30. What do you think you're doing?
What?
Siggy, out.
What for?
You know as well as I do, no smoking in a dressing room before a game.
Well, it's not a dressing room, is it? It's a village hall.
Don't get changed. I've got a job for you. Nip down to the ground, hang about. See any of the players, tell them we can't use the dressing rooms, direct them here.
Well, everybody knows.
Everybody doesn't know, lad. I couldn't contact everybody. The away team doesn't know for a start.
Oh, I'll be last one changed if I have to go and hang about down there.
So?
Oh, I like to be first one changed.
Do as you're told, don't argue.
Dear me, Ernest, is this the best you can do for us?
You're lucky to have it. Don't blame me.
You got your trousers up a bit smartish, haven't you? It's not 1:30 yet.
I know what time it is.
It's more than an hour and a half to go to kick off in Weekly Advertiser.
I told him that. He wouldn't believe me.
I manage the team, not the advertiser. I'll tell you when we kick off. Are you going to do what you were asked to do?
Oh, I'm always first one changed, always. Aren't I? First one changed and first one into the lavvy. It's me lucky omen.
Were you first one changed last Saturday?
Yeah, I always am.
We went down 4-1. You call that lucky, lad?
This is hopeless, this place is. What are we supposed to be doing about showers after the match?
Look, let me worry about showers, eh? Let's get the game played first. Let's get ourselves mucky before we start worrying about washing ourselves. I'm not going to ask you again. I haven't nominated the team yet, you know. It's not too late to put you down as a sub.
Oh, watch it, chick.
Don Revy wouldn't let his lads change here, Ernest. No showers, no treatment rooms. And where's the away team going to change?
If I hadn't got my finger out smartly, we wouldn't have had this place. Now stop carping and criticising, get changed and get some stretches started. We've got 1 hour to kick off.
Look, it was definitely 3 o'clock in the Advertiser. I know, because our old man pointed it out to us. He did, Ernest.
Where would you like me to scintillate today, then, Ernest?
Go left back today.
Oh, no, not left back. Not again. You're wasting me. I'm a natural-born midfield player.
You play left back. I want you to do a particular job. Webb, put on the number 7 shirt, will you?
What's your pocket?
Hey, Ernest, I never knew he was changing up here. If I hadn't met these two, Ernest, I'd have gone straight down to the ground. Why didn't you get in touch?
I didn't know myself till I found out.
Well, you should have got in touch. You should have given us a tinkle.
How could I ring you up, you dozy article? You're not on the phone.
That's a good point, that, Ernest. Good point, definitely. You got a good point.
Hey, if we're
there.
changing here, where's the away team changing?
That's what I'd like to know.
Dearie me, I do wish you players would stop worrying about the others and start contemplating your own game. We've got 1 hour to kick off.
90 minutes, Ernest. 3 o'clock kick-off.
I shall deal severely with the next man who says that. Kick off 2:30.
It said 3 o'clock in the weekly ad. I know, I tried to point it out to me.
And for anyone who's interested, the away team can change on the coach when they get here. Everybody satisfied?
Oh, yes, Ernest.
Yes, Ernest.
What about the ref and the linesman?
How do you mean?
The ref and the linesman. Where are they going to change? They can't change with us, and they can't change with them. They have to remain neutral at all times.
Up there. On the stage. That's where they can change. Match officials.
They can give us a flash of their neutral ghoulies, like an old Calcutta.
Behind the curtains. Webby, go and see if those curtains work.
You're up there, Webby. There's a song and dance.
What gets me is why you didn't cancel it.
Cancel what?
Cancel the match.
Oh, why should I cancel
Well,
it?
why not?
What for?
Because we can't get into the clubhouse or the dressing room. Because it's only a friendly. Because it'd be easier to cancel it than to fizz and faff around like this in here.
That just about sums up your mentality, does that, lad, doesn't it?
How do you mean?
Meaning that you don't think. You don't use this up here. Have you any conception of the mechanical turmoil involved in the cancellation of a fixture?
A friendly fixture?
Any fixture, lad, it's all the same.
Yeah. Well, you tell everybody. You see, we can't get into the dressing room, so the match is off.
You don't cancel a fixture because the club secretary's gone off to his auntie's funeral in Weston-super-Mare with a dressing room key in his pocket.
I would.
You would. I don't. That's not the way I do things. At all.
Hey, lads, this is it. I say. Ha ha! What is it? Wears a miniskirt, white plastic boots up to its knees, drinks lagers and limes, and puts itself about on the common when the mop and bucket's closed.
Jack, old fiancé!
Hey, I don't wish to know that. Can't leave the old missus.
Hey, cut it out, Webby, or it'll do you.
All right, Webb. I don't think that's funny either. Get down from there. That's not the way I do things at all. And if you do decide to cancel a fixture, there's an extremely complicated rigmarole that has to be performed. You have to inform the league, right? You have to inform the away team secretary, right? You have to inform all the match officials, right? Not just the referee, all three. You have to inform your own fixtures secretary, right? You also have to inform your local press representative who gives you your write-ups in the local press. You are morally obligated to do all of what I have just said. So, if Cyril Wester-McCock thinks fit to nip off to his auntie's funeral in Weston-super-Mare on the 9:43 this morning with the dressing room keys in his overcoat, you just tell me, how the yummers am I supposed to have done all of the above?
Oh, excuse my ignorance. I just thought this was an amateur friendly match. I didn't realise it was Brazil in the World Cup.
The procedure's exactly the same at all levels. Besides, it may come as some surprise to you, but I enjoy football.
Don't we all?
I actually enjoy the physical aspect of getting out on a Saturday afternoon and kicking a ball and getting some exercise and pitting my skills against the opposition, of getting out and physically playing the game.
So do I. We all do, don't we?
Yes, they do. You don't, apparently.
Who says I don't?
I say you don't, Gordon. Because all you're interested in is calling off the match, crying off at the first teeny-weeny opportunity
I
that
enjoy
arises.
playing football. I don't enjoy having a change in this dump and then go on a cross-country run to get to the ground. I'll be shagged out before I've even kicked the ball.
Turn up for training more often, lad. Tuesday nights, on the park, we're always there. You abuse your body, do you know that, lad? I can give you 15 years of age, and physically I can lose you.
You wouldn't lose him on the crumpet stakes, Ernest.
Believe you me, I have no wish so to do.
Hey, Stevie, how'd you finish up last night? Did you get it?
Of course I did. Didn't you?
No. Did I, Eckers, like? She didn't want to know mine.
Why not? We filled her up with bitter beer and light ale, didn't we? She puts herself about. She's famous for it.
You say she's famous for it.
Of course she is, for miles around. This fella's come from as far afield as Oldham to give her one, mate. She's noted for her generosity in that direction.
I think she's dykey. She's dykey. She wears a fella's wristwatch and she drinks bitter by the pint.
You probably overdid it, Royston. Filled her up too much. Put so much bitter ale inside her she couldn't raise a gallon.
I told him that last night. I told you last night you should have got her on shorts. Gin and tonic, Bacardi and Coke, vodka and lime. They don't get sexy on pints of light and bitter. They're not like us, birds.
But what could I do? She was ordering pints of bitter. I'm sure she's dykey.
Are we going to give any forethought to this afternoon's encounter? Or are we just concerned with our sexual conquests? Come on, come on. Let's start thinking ourselves into a mental frame of mind to win this one.
Has anybody been down as far as the ground? Is it rubbers or studs?
We're supposed to examine the ground before you come in here, lad.
Aye, well, that's just my argument. We can't do that, can we? It's a 3-mile hike away.
I made the effort. It'll take a short stud.
I always wear rubbers.
Here we are, then. This is it. I leave you to these lads' tender mercies.
Good afternoon. Match official, is it?
Beg pardon?
Referee or linesman would it be?
Father of the bride.
You're getting married, Ernest?
Come again?
Bride's father. We're booked in here this evening. Wedding party.
Ah, well, I think you'll find we're a rush job. If you can sort the booking sheet, 1:30 and 5:30.
Aye, we're 7 till midnight.
Ah, well, for the period of this afternoon, to all intents and purposes, this is a football dressing room. Players and match officials only.
Oh, I was wondering if I might leave this hereabouts, rather than carry it about.
Oh, suit yourself. Is it valuable?
It's bottles of scotch. To drink the health of the happy couple with. I mean, I don't want to cart it into the registry office. You never know who might take offence or umbrage.
1 hour before kick-off, I said I wanted you in here.
So?
It's only 1:45. So?
So we're a quarter of an hour early, aren't we?
You pay attention to me. Never mind the weekly rag. Kick-off 2:30.
You want to keep us better informed? I mean, we got halfway to the ground before we found out we weren't supposed to be there.
You were supposed to be there, lad. You're supposed to inspect the pitch before you lace up your boots. Now get changed. If you want to leave a bag full of scotch within reach of this bunch of dubious reprobates, that's your prerogative. I know I wouldn't.
I was wondering, if I popped it in here, whether someone might keep their eye on it.
Don't look at me. 8, 8, 8. Who are we struggling for?
But Chick's not here for one, is he?
No, he's up at the pitch, directing latecomers. Who else are we short?
Excuse me, I've decided to risk it. I mean, I can't take it into the registry office. The groom's mother, you see, strictly TT. No, if I put this chair up against the door...
What's your caper? I suppose you're going to tell me it's a 3 o'clock kick-off.
No, I thought the kick-off was 2:30.
Get stripped and changed and get some presses started.
I'll say cheerio then, but if you should get a chance to keep your eye on it... Cheerio then.
Cheerio then. Oh, Dad, have a good time, like. Never my love.
So who's this lot we got this afternoon, then, eh?
Just a friendly, isn't it? Just a kickabout Cyril got fixed up before his auntie kicked the bucket.
Not just a friendly, Royston. It's more than just a kickabout. It's a football match.
It's a football match,
It's an official friendly encounter under the auspices of the FA. And speaking personally, I'd be grateful for some kind of result this afternoon.
So what else is new, then, lads? Big Bessie gave Royston a blank last night. She never did. She bloody did. What, Big Bessie did? Aye. But Big Bessie never gives anybody a blank, does she? I mean, I always thought she made everybody welcome, like the Sally Army.
She only does it for friends and strangers, don't she?
Well, what went wrong, Royston? Why didn't you want to know?
I didn't try, did I? I wasn't
Come on,
really
tell
bothered at the
Just
time.
two pads out with bitter ale and smoky bacon crisps to one another.
Look, if Father wanted
Once
to
and for all, can we drop the subject of Royston's chastity?
Quite right, Ernest.
Are we playing a game this afternoon, or aren't we? What do you think you're doing?
Me?
Yes, you, Jacko, you.
I'm getting ready for the match.
Who told you to put that number shirt on? It's a 5, Jacko. You don't have to look, I'll tell you.
Well, don't you want me in a number 5 spot, like?
No, I do not want you in the number 5 spot, Jacko. I want you to go left back.
Left back?
I know what I'm doing, Jacko.
Apparently you don't, Ernest. You just told me to go left back 10 minutes ago.
You go right back, Jacko. I'm playing number 5.
What for?
Because I want a bit of midfield domination for a change. A bit of snap, a bit of bite. A bit of determination going in for the ball. You never won us anything last Saturday afternoon.
I didn't play last Saturday afternoon.
Didn't you?
No, I was at home decorating my sister's bedroom.
Who did wear 5 last Saturday afternoon?
I think I did.
What are you wearing this week?
4.
No, I'd rather you were up front, running about, keeping out of trouble. Put the 10 shirt on, Dave, will you?
Well, if it's 10, what am I going to go?
11.
Hey, I'm 11. I've been 11 the past 4 weeks. I've knocked in 5 goals in 4 games in the 11 shirt. What more do you want?
I wouldn't mind going back to 7 if I'm being given a choice.
Why should I turn in my 7 shirt for you, Cliffy? What gives you that impression?
Well, why shouldn't you? It was my permanent position once till I went 5 one afternoon to do somebody a favour.
Why should I give up my number 7 spot? Because he wants you from number 11 so that he can take over and let him move to number 10 because he's
the first time you've ever
It's ridiculous.
All right, settle down, settle down. Let's have bags of us. Settle down. Shush. Now, to save argy-bargy, I'll wear the number 5. I'll go to centre-half to get a bit of bite into the park, right? Rest of you wear the shirts you've got.
Yeah, but I've got a number
Whatever
5.
the numbers are. Now, let's get ourselves ready, let's get ourselves changed. Let's be early for once. And we can have a pre-match tactical chat.
Get the blackboard out with it.
Howdy, strangers.
Beg pardon?
Is this the Alamo?
It's a football dressing room to all intents and purposes.
We motored across your reconnaissance scout at the trading post. Oh! How?
Sorry?
Apache warrior, him say, white man move camp. Heap big directions. Horace Haywood, I believe we got the pleasure of you this afternoon.
Oh, Ernest Groves.
How do you do?
Well, you're our visitors. I'm afraid we're in a state of some slight turmoil. You'll have to forgive the surroundings. We've been thrown into some confusion.
Oh, the game's off, don't tell me.
No, quite the reverse. It's very much on. But it was deemed advisable to make hasty alterations, facilities-wise.
Oh, really?
We are Sands dressing rooms pro temp, so to speak. I won't bore you with the details, but our club secretary's gone off to Weston-super-Mare with a master key in his overcoat.
Oh, what a choker.
Quite. But by sheer good luck and some persuasion, we've managed to annex this place till 5:30.
Oh, any port in a storm, to coin a phrase.
The point is, there's only this one room available. Oh, there are other rooms, but there was some concern expressed regarding post-match mud.
Oh, there would have been, naturally.
It's all been a last-minute business. This 10 o'clock this morning, this blew up.
Oh, you'll have had a mad rush on your hands.
Oh, half my lads still in the dark. Look, now that we're all assembled, just about, I wonder if you'd mind if I clued my lads in at the same time as yours, regarding arrangements.
Why not? Hey, hombres.
Chaps!
Down here.
If I could just have your attention for one moment. Thank you, thank you. First up, like to welcome this week's visiting team, Breakingham Casuals. Like to hope they enjoy their short stay with us. Promise them a good, clean game. Well fought, according to tradition. Apologise for any inconvenience caused. And where the hamlet have you been?
I didn't know we were down there. I went all the way up to the ground first.
We've all been up to the ground first, Williams. Which route did you take? Via Mozambique?
Nice one, Enoch!
Apologise for any inconvenience and explain about arrangements made concerning same. Now, I think my lads are aware of our enforced quandary, and I won't bore the visitors with the whys and wherefores. But what I would like to do is clue you in on the rearranged... What the holy thump is it now?
Oh, nothing, only referees here and the linesman.
Invite them to enter.
Invite them to enter.
Good afternoon, Mr. Match officials. I think what is commonly referred to as a full house. If the match officials will bear with me for just a jiffy, I'll try and oblige with one or two relevant details.
Carry on, Bowman.
Home team, change in here. Away team, change on the coach. Match officials, accommodated on stage. All players and officials travel to the ground on the coach. M-bus, 2:15 approximately. D-bus, approximately 2:20. Clear so far? Good. Press on. Now, as to showering facilities, dressing rooms, etc., I've been very fortunate in coming to an arrangement with the licensee of the Dog and Bear. It's a stone's throw from the ground. And... Yes?
Is it a pub?
Oh, it does have that distinction, yes. It does not have showering facilities, naturally, not ad hoc. But I've managed to lay my hands on 5 zinc tubs footballers for the use of. And a generous quantity of hot water has been promised by mine host. 1 tub strictly for the match officials.
Many thanks, much obliged.
Not at all. 2 tubs each for both sides. I've arranged for towels to precede us down there. So when we're towelled off, nip smartly back on the coach, lads, and we cruise back here in bare buff order, as it were.
Magnifico. Excelente.
1 small point. We must clear this hall by 5:30 sharp. So no toping in the altogether at the Dog and Bear, chaps. Sluiced off, towelled off, smartly back on the coach. There's a wedding party booked in here. If the match officials will kindly come this way.
I heard that.
Where's your kilt?
Hey, what's your dawdling?
Oh, with the old things, I'll put them on the table there.
Oh, flipping down, this is my chair.
Yeah, only I was here first. Only Ernie sent me down to the ground. I put my hold all on this chair.
Well, I moved it off this chair. Don't flipping walk in and crumple my best tracksuit up into a ball, mate.
1, 2, 3, 4. Only I'm always fourth peg in the dressing room. I am? Aren't I, Stevie?
Don't ask me, mate.
This is the 4th chair.
Yeah, but we're not in the dressing room, are we? We're in here.
I'm always 4th down when we're at home, Jack. It's my lucky number is 4.
Yeah, well, you're going to be unlucky this afternoon, mate. That's all I can say.
Oh, Jack, yeah, now you're
Come on, put me hold on that chair.
1:59 precisely.
31 minutes to kick off, sir.
An hour, Mr. Groves. Kick off 3 p.m.
2:30, surely.
3, in black and white and weekly advertising.
2:30, I'm afraid. I specifically telephoned the league secretary.
I pay scant attention to that particular gentleman. He's about as reliable as a marzipan tea cake.
I've got my chaps geared to 2:30.
I'll have to get ungeared, that's all.
I've always understood kick-off at 3.
3 it is.
Were you looking for me?
If you've a minute, senor.
Pardon my back.
It's about the coach.
Yeah, I wonder if you'd mind doing me a great favour.
Oui, mon capitaine.
Yeah, will you do me the honour of dousing your smoke? No smoking in the dressing rooms. It's a cardinal rule that I've always obeyed to the last letter of the law.
Never bothered me.
No, well, I suppose it does come down to whether you're a smoker or a non-smoker. Well, don't misunderstand me. I don't disapprove. After the game, by all means. Before, no. You see, if you do it, others feel free. You don't mind my mentioning it?
Not at all, not to worry. We'll be out of here in 2 shakes of hands. Now, about the coach.
Oh, what about it?
Where is it?
Where you left it, don't ask me.
I haven't seen it.
Your coach. The coach you came in.
We didn't come by coach. We came by convoy private car. By wagon train. I was riding shotgun in my goalless Ford Poplar, looking out for marauding Blackfeet.
Well, you didn't come in a coach. Where are we going to put you for a dressing room?
You told me, Pedro. No, keep your wool on, Marshal. We're all players together. We'll change with you. We're not fussy, huh? Form your wagons into a circle, partners. We're setting up camp here about.
Give us a turn, Horace.
The boys stood on the burning deck. The crew were playing cricket. The ball went up his cloud flag.
Push the bloody
Here, hey, who's he think he is?
Horace, isn't he? That's Horace Haywood.
Who's Horace Haywood?
You never heard of him?
No, I haven't.
Our player-manager, ex-pro. He played for Barnsley Juniors. He played for Grimsby under-18s. He played for Port Vale combination side. He played for Darlington Reserves. You still never heard of him?
No, I haven't.
How ignorant can you get? Just how ignorant can you get?
Well, unless you have any other bright ideas or welcome suggestions, they'll have to change with your lot.
It's in direct contravention of FA rules.
It's only a friendly after all.
You want to cancel it, I'll find a betting shop. I don't mind.
Who said anything about cancelling the fixture? Did I say anything about cancelling?
I don't mind. It's up to you.
If we call the match off now, the match officials will still have to be paid.
And speaking of match officials, it looks like I'll require a volunteer to run the other line. My second linesman hasn't shown. There was a strong rumour at the referee's dinner last night that he's having domestic trouble with his wife.
You see, Sheriff, cancelling it could be the best thing all round.
We'll provide someone to run your line. Our club chairman's a very nimble chap for his age.
First thing this morning, you should call it off then before me and my posse ever hit the trail.
Haven't you finished that gasper yet? Or is that a fresh one you've just ignited?
Oh, still the same one.
Seems to be lasting you a long time. I seem to recall you offering to put it out.
I will, friend, when I go down there. Up here is the referee's room. Permission to smoke, friend?
Oh, yes, indeed. How much obliged?
All some people seem to care about, cancelling fixtures. I sometimes wonder why they bother to play at all.
I'll play it or scrub round it, whichever suits you, partner.
Personally speaking, I look forward to my Saturday afternoons. And if we haven't got a game on, ipso facto, I'll go out and kick a ball around with the kids in the street. That's how much I enjoy my football.
Well, I'm getting to the age where I break into a sweat if I bend down to lace my boots.
Then again, I don't drink and I don't smoke. Oh, I'll take a couple of pints of shandy after the match, and that's me finished for the week. When Monday morning dawns, I'm looking forward to the next Saturday.
I raise Miss Stetson to you.
Ernest, have you got a minute?
Behind you, hombre.
We've got a slight problem here.
Oh, for crying out loud, look at the state it's in. There's a wedding party booked in here.
But Ernest, we've all got the same jerseys on.
Yes. We appear to be suffering from what is officially described as a colour clash.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Still no sign of the Pony Express then, hombre.
There's still no sign of the lad with the different stockings and shirts, Ref. But he must be on his way.
It's 20 to 3 now, Mr. Groves. I wouldn't like to have to put in a report to the county FA.
As I understand the FA ruling, when there's a similarity of colours, the away team should change.
According to the away team manager, Mr. Groves, your secretary informed their secretary that you'd be turning out in an all black and gold strip today.
There's been some mix-up somewhere. See, our black and gold shirts went to the laundrette last night.
I shall include all your explanations in my official report.
Keep yourselves occupied while you're waiting for the shirts to arrive. Come on, move about. Move some stretches. Get your muscles attuned. Yes, I do mean you too, Jacko. You're supposed to be an athlete, lad. Or so you claim. Put that comic away.
White man speak with folk tongue. Hey, do you know something, Andy? I've had a sudden thought. I have been in this place before, many moons ago.
Hey, Big Bessie going to the match this afternoon, Royston?
I don't know, do I? Why should she?
To watch you. To bring me up.
Well, I don't know whether she is or not, do I? I mean, why ask me?
Well, she's your bird, Royston, isn't she?
Is she, Eckers?
Right, give over, Royston. Everybody knows your crackers on her.
I don't go crackers on Dikey Bit.
It's all Royston's trying to...
Look, she wears a fella's wristwatch and she drinks bitter by the pint, and if that's not Dikey, you tell me. Hey, give us me that, Stevie!
She's not Dikey.
I beg your pardon?
I said, Glenda Jackson wears a fella's watch and she's not Dikey, because she's got some kiddies.
Who's Brenda Jackson?
You must be joking.
No, I'm not.
Don't you ever got out of pictures?
Not a lot, like. Posse Don Adventure, I saw that. Herbie rides again.
And you never heard of Glenda Jackson, a famous Academy Award-winning actress? She got an Oscar for it.
No, I haven't.
How ignorant can you get? He's never heard of Glenda Jackson. He's never heard of Horace Hayward. Just how ignorant is it possible to be?
Tell you what, mate. My name's Royston Hargreaves. And by heckers, you'll have heard of me by the time you walk off that pitch this afternoon. If you walk off.
Hey, it looks as if the Deadwood stage got through.
There's no numbers on the shirts, so just take anyone. Hey! Change of strips arrive, ref. 10 minutes and we'll be there.
Try not to make it any longer. I don't enjoy submitting adverse reports.
Hey, Henry! These shirts are damp!
Oh, it's not my fault, is it? You've been damp if you've been spinning around in the washing machine.
Damn, mine's more than damn. Mine's bloody wringing wet. I'll get double pneumonia playing in that.
Oh, stop carping all the time, Gordon. Get it on.
Look, do us a favour, Ernest. Will you feel it? It's wringing wet.
Dry as a bone.
Dry?
Yes, dry, lad, dry. That's been spun dry, not just hung up, spun. That's technologically dry. Just hasn't been aired, that's all. Look, you have a good hot shower and a nice rub down afterwards, you'll come to...
Yeah, well, that's just it. There's no showers to be had, are there? It's 6 men to a zinc tub in the backyard of the Dog and Bear.
Stop moaning all the time. Here, have mine. Be a man.
This is colour. Here! Oi! This is wetter than the other one!
Hardly strange. Oh, mucho es regreto, senor. I've been tutting up your scalps. You seem to be light of a substitute. We're in the same boat ourselves.
No, I'm not. We have a butcher's lad who does a round till 2:30.
Really?
We'll take his strip down and he can change in the bushes, if called upon.
Have you ever had a funny feeling that you have been somewhere before?
Often.
Yeah, but I got it as soon as I walked in here this afternoon.
Oh, it's not uncommon. I understand there's a very simple scientific psychological explanation.
You don't say?
All in the mind. Certain areas of the brain reacting before certain other areas.
Great. Only I have got a funny feeling that I have been here before. Hey, they used to hold dances, didn't you?
You still do. Ballroom, old time. Discos. Saturday ops.
Now, I'm going back some years. 55, 56 would be then. I was a young player. And I came down from the north, because I was living up there at the time. And I travelled down to play in a representative match in Manchester. We stopped over the Saturday night. Me and this big, thick-set fullback called Mickey Hardesty. We had a skin full of firewater and picked up a couple of squaws in a licensed wigwam in Manchester. And we got on this bus with this couple of birds, and I swear blind, they brought us back to this dive.
It's more than probable. There's always been a reliable and regular bus service from Piccadilly, Manchester to here.
Happy day. Ain't it funny how you suddenly get confronted with your mucky, murky past?
You wouldn't by any remote chance be sitting on a pair of tie-ups, would you?
Sorry, senor. There they go.
Mr. Groves. Mr. Groves. I realise that this is no more than a friendly encounter, and therefore there is very little at stake, but I would appreciate the benefit of your team sheet, preferably before we take the pitch.
Oh, I haven't written it out yet.
Did you get mine, Ref?
Indeed, I've had yours. It's the home team. I'm still waiting.
I was just going to do it. It went right out of my head when we had the hoo-ha over the change of strip.
There seems to be a hoo-ha over all manner of things.
Yeah, I'll do it for you now. I've got it all in my head. Can I borrow your ballpoint?
No, I prefer that you didn't in actual fact. Look. That is a fountain pen. It's an anniversary gift, is that?
Oh, don't look at me.
Look, shall I write them down while you shout them out?
Right.
All right.
I know the names all right. I'm just not too sure about the numbers.
But they don't appear to be wearing any numbers. That's another fly in your jam pot, hoo-ha.
What? Ah, I can explain what's happened. No, we changed into our black and gold shirts, didn't we? With the black and gold strip, we wear the numbers on the shorts. But we're turning out the black and gold strip with the shorts from the blue strip with the red and white diagonal stripes. Normally we wear the numbers on the shirts with the blue strip. The shorts with the numbers on are still at the laundrette. Does that make sense?
It's as clear as mud. Look, I'll settle for 12 names just now if you insist on remaining incognito.
Wilson. T. Jackson. J.
Jackson.
Cliff. D. Webb. A. Hill. J. Williams. H.
Yeah.
Colbeck. M.
Yeah.
Peters. C.
Peters. C.
Hargreaves. R.
Hargreaves.
How many is that?
10.
10. One more. It's me. Groves. E.
Groves. Are you naming a substitute?
Simpson V.
He's a butcher's lad who strips off in the bush.
You don't surprise me. I'm much obliged, Mr. Groves. If I can count on your continued cooperation, do you think we might get this match kicked off before the sun goes down?
Ignore him, amigo. The sarcastic crow.
He has a job to do.
Oh, he's a sarky crow. He's always been a sarky crow. I had him for a league match once. He was a sarky crow then. He's a sarky crow now. He hasn't changed. Now, I'm trying to bring this bird back to mind. You know, the one that dragged me here from Manchester. Hey, ginger ale. Oh, that she got a pair on her, eh? I tell you, I remember it was here. Because while we were jigging around doing a war dance to a three-piece combo, and she was pressing these headlamps up against me, she let it slip that she was in here twice a week with a local wolf cub. You know, the little lads with the green jerseys and the neckerchiefs, see? Later, I got her outside, round the back where they keep the dustbins, haven't I? I says, by lass, I says, if this is the way you carry on the cubs, there's no stopping you when you join the Boy Scouts, eh? Give me a minute. I will tell you what they called her.
Eleanor.
Hey, you could be right. It was one of them posh names. Did you know her?
Did and do. The young woman you are referring to chances to be my lady wife.
Oh, no, this couldn't have been the same bird, young lady.
Don't distress yourself. I only point the matter out to save us both from embarrassment before you proceed further.
No, I think you're mistaken, partner. It's a different female.
Miss Eleanor Hardwick, as she was then, Mrs. Eleanor Groves, as she is now. She was a single lady at the time you refer to. It's of no consequence. I didn't start taking her out till 1958.
No, I'm sure the young lady you mean is a different person to the bird I'm talking about.
Miss Eleanor Hardwick, at the time you refer to, was a spinster lady in her late teens, auburn-haired, Baloo to the wolf cub pack. The facts are not open to argument. I'm not looking for argument.
I still think we got a bit of a mix-up somewhere.
Let's drop the subject, why don't we?
Yeah, by rights I should be having a last-minute chat to my goalkeeper about right-hand crosses to the far post. You know?
By all means.
Yeah, right. Well, look, well, what I would like to say, amigo, is that whoever the lady, be it your missus or the different bird that I am talking about, well, I'd just like you to know that I didn't get anywhere, you know what I mean? Not all the way. I didn't even try to go the whole hog. I had too much respect for her, you know what I mean? That's all I wanted to say, eh?
Look at these socks, Ernest. I ask you, would you say that they'd been washed? Because this is the state they're supposed to have come back in from the laundrette. They're filthy, aren't they? Manky! The feet part's rock hard. They haven't been to the laundrette, they haven't seen the laundrette, they haven't even smelt it. If those socks have been down as far as the laundrette, I'm a Dutchman.
Right then, Johan Cruyff, get your stockings on.
You what?
If you haven't got those stockings on and your boots laced up in 2 minutes flat, I will personally do you a serious injury, lad. Move! 2-minute warning, lads, and we are away.
Yeah, he's keen, isn't he, the old fella? I suppose you have to be keen, don't you, to keep it up when you get to his age?
Yeah, but I've seen some keen footballers in my time, but he definitely takes the hunting part.
He loves it, you can tell. The raving maniac. What do you say, Horace?
I won't have a word against the fella. He is Matt Dillon in my book. If I might have a word about that bird I pulled that you got the wrong idea about and thought it was your missus, you know, that one.
Thought we'd agreed that subject was closed.
Naturally, only I have been giving that particular incident some thought in my mind, you know, and it's all clear now. She wasn't called Eleanor at all. She was called something else, completely different. Mavis. She wasn't even redheaded now, come to think about it. More blonde. Very blonde in daylight. I could probably get that ratified.
You what?
Well, that big fullback I was telling you about, Mickey Hardesty. Well, he's a sponge man these days with a Southern League set up in the Telford area. I could get in touch with him. See, I write to him, he writes to you, confirms that bird I pulled that night was definitely not called Eleanor, and that I didn't get it.
Well, why don't you belt up?
Oh, surrender, amigo. Don't shoot, huh? Hey?
Ernest, can I tell you something?
Not now, Webby. Let's have you all outside then. Let's get this one started. Let's win this one.
We haven't got a match ball, boss.
We haven't what?
Are we ready for the off then?
Yes. Brief moment, ref.
Why not? It's in the club room, both of them are.
How many times have I told you about that? It's inviting burglary. It's giving a burglar a carte blanche opportunity. You keep match balls at home under your bed.
Well, I do, but we used them both for training on Tuesday night.
Mr. Groves, are you deigning us with the pleasure of your company?
Slight touch of belly cramps, ref. Won't be a moment.
Are there possibilities of recovery, is it thought? Are you naming a substitute?
Oh, I'll be as right as rain in a moment, ref. It comes and goes of its own accord.
Well, I will say this much. Tiny, it's the first game I've officiated where we'll stop for injury time before anybody's kicked a ball.
Is that match ball still in the window of the Duckham Street Sports Shop?
Duckham Street? That's in the opposite direction to the ground.
Bad luck, Webby. You're on your way. There's £12 there. It's a £12.50 ball. Tell him it's for the club and give you a £1 discount.
I'm not going down the high street in my football gear.
Do as you're told, lad. Go on your way. I see you.
I can't. It's Saturday
Come on, move,
afternoon.
lad, move.
Oh, flipping.
Just gone to get me some tablets from the chemist shop.
Do we take that as signifying that you've recovered sufficiently to contemplate a period of convalescence on the pitch?
Oops. Oh, just bear with me one brief second, ref, while I change this lace.
Come on.
Ernest, do you want to know what's been baffling me?
I'd rather know what hasn't.
Look, this is us here, see? That's the ground. And that little house there, that's the Dog and Bear. Now, there's no transport before the game, no transport after the game, so, you know, the match is over, and we've all had our bats at the Dog and Bear and we're stripped off staircase, you know. But what bothers me is, how are we going to get back from the Dog and Bear when we're all in our nuddies and all our clobbers is? You know what I mean, Ernest? Because, I mean, we can't change back into our mucky football gear, and we can't run through the centre of town in our nuddies on a Saturday afternoon and that, can we? See what I mean, don't you, Ernest?
You're right, Checo, we can't.
Aye, too right.
No, thought of that. We have got a problem, haven't we?
What problem? Where? Tell him, Jacko.
Well, that's us there, see?
Yeah.
You see, that's good. That's the ground. Yeah. And that's the Dog and Bear. Now, there's no transport before the game.
Shut your gob, Jacko, really. You're like an old woman sometimes. You really are. How am I supposed to fathom a solution with you yakking 90 to the flaming dozen?
I know what I'm going to do. I've got it all sussed out. It's dead simple, really, when you think about it. We take our ordinary gear with us down to the ground.
Don't talk, right, lad. You don't see Norman Hunter come running out with his trousers underneath his arm.
Never mind Norman Hunter. It's what I'm going to do.
OK, lads, this is it then. Off we go, huh?
Right, with you, ref. We're supposed to be footballers, Gordon. Athletes. We're supposed to have some vestige of personal pride. We do not, repeat, not, run out of our dressing room onto the ground with our personal clothing rolled up in a ball.
Club skipper, for the 5th and final time, are you leading your team out or are you conceding?
Coming now, ref. I mean what I say, Gordon. Don't talk balderdash.
You do it your way, Ernest, and I'll do it mine.
I mean it, Gordon. You are not going out of this dressing room with your civvy clothing under your arm.
I know I'm not. I'm taking them in a bag.
You're not leaving this dressing room with that bag.
Who's going to stop me? Who says so?
I am. You are not leaving this dressing room with that bag.
Who's going to stop me?
I am. You are not leaving this dressing room with that bag.
How are you going to stop me?
I will restrain you physically if need be, Gordon.
All right, then. All right, Ernest, you tell me. What's your suggestion? How do we get our baths at the Dog and Bear and then get our ordinary gear?
I don't know, offhand. Somehow, we'll worry about that later. What I do know is that we are going out of this hall with our heads up, our shoulders back, sans carrier bags, like a football team, like footballers, like men.
That's your opinion.
Aye, that's my opinion, lad. What I say goes, because I'm top dog. I run the team.
Aye, and a right shambles you've made of it. There's no changing rooms, there's no showers. We're changing miles from the park in this decrepit dump where there's no facilities, ablutions-wise. There's no transport from here to the ground. There's no transport back again. The strip's sodden wet. I'm sodden wet, I am soaking sodden wet right through the skin. So don't you tell me what I'm gonna do and what I'm not gonna do. Because I am taking my personal, private things inside this bag. So, to you...
Give me that bag.
Get off.
Give me that bag!
Get off!
I'll get
Get back! Finished! Get back! Get back! Hey, you! Get back! Get back! I'll take that. Come here.
Oh, no,
Hey, get back! Come here. That was a deliberate attack. I saw that. Turn round.
You what?
Turn round.
You can't book me. We haven't kicked off yet.
I assume my power when I don this uniform. Now, I won't ask you again. Turn round. What number are you supposed to be?
5.
5. Name?
You can't book him, ref. Give the geezer a break.
Are you trying to undermine my authority?
I'm putting in a word for him, you see. He was previously provoked by something I said.
Look, if I want a word from you, I'll ask for it. Bloody buzz off.
Will you hold your tongue? Now, look. If you're saying he was provoked, I'm doing for retaliation as well. Now, will you back up? Or ipso facto, your name will go down here. Huh?
Right, hombre.
Back up. Name.
I haven't been booked in my entire playing career.
You've just broken your duck. Name.
Groves.
Groves. Right then, Groves. You will be taking no further part in this afternoon's proceedings.
Eh?
I am sending you off.
Off? But we haven't got on yet. What for?
dissension, violence, questioning the referee's authority, every crime in the book, non-cooperation. I don't have to tell you all about it, but mainly Groves, for your pure bloody-mindedness all afternoon. You appear to have gone out of your way to see that this fixture wasn't played. You read all about it in my report.
I'm the only one out of the lot of them that gives a bugger about the game.
And violence of the tongue. Right? It wouldn't surprise me if you don't play again this year. Right then, lads. I will book any one of you who's not outside here in 5 seconds flat from now, so go. Here. Come on. Go on, Tiny, get them. Come on, go.
That's football, isn't it, mate? Keep your chin up, son. We'll try and arrange another friendly at our place next year, eh? Adios, amigo.